Hello, my name is Ben. I work for the Faculty of Graduate Studies. I'm here to walk you through some of the supports and services that exist to you. I'm going to do my best to stare at this camera like you're a person so that you feel warm and welcome, but I, I hope you can find the supports and services you need because we have quite a few of them. So I just want to dive into what those actually are. And so we kind of put all our supports and services around this whole idea of the hashtag your grad experience. We have 4 main points that we look at, and this is what we're hoping that you have the ability to do while you're here at the U of R. So first is global engagement. So we have this beautiful partner of UR International who can pretty much answer any questions about internationalization. So if you are coming here, you need visa questions and those kinds of things, they are the perfect place to answer those kinds of questions. That's where you can go for all that. And so they do a beautiful job, and I'm sure you've already been in contact with them. But the other service that they're a little less known about is that they have the ability to, if you want to do some sort of global engagement, like go somewhere, not just come here, but if you want to go somewhere and have that experience, you can. And there's actually sometimes money for these types of things too. So if you want to look at the option of having an international experience while getting your master's degree, you can. So that's one part of this circle. So let's move on to the other part of the circle. The other part is experiential opportunities. And we have this beautiful new center called the Center for Experiential and Service Learning. I'm still getting the name figured out. It just was named a little while ago. And they are where you can go for all your career-related workshops, but also volunteer experiences. They have the opportunity for you to get some actual hands-on experience, and you can do this through this office. So they have beautiful partnerships with places across Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, and so you can practice your skills and give that opportunity there. So please go check them out because they have lots of different opportunities for you there. Okay, last bit, or not the last bit, but the third part of the circle is the inclusive programming. Now, unfortunately, education, being an elitist institution, has not been a welcoming place for all. And humans, being generally terrible, have found multiple ways to exclude people through our histories. And so we're really hoping to eliminate that experience from you. And so we hope that we have developed a lot of programs to try to make education more inviting to students who have not been invited to the table before. So here are just some of the inclusive programming that exists at the U of R. First, I'll talk about the Tutors Center. This is the home for Indigenous students here on campus. They can help you get set up, they can help you meet other students, and they have lots of great programming there. So I highly recommend you check it out. But once again, it's not just a center for Indigenous students. There are experiences that you get to for all students. I had a chance to participate in a pipe ceremony, and I found it really meaningful. So I'd hope you kind of check this out. Next week, there's a teepee raising. And so there's lots of opportunities for you to get involved. And so you should check it out. Diversity group. This is something that's relatively new for us, but we're trying to build up community for people of color within the graduate students of the U of R. We have 30% international students, and Regina can be not always the most welcoming community, depending on where you are. And so we want to build bridges and try to fight for your advocacy here. And so if you're interested in creating a little more community there, this is a place for you. Okay, UR Pride, not technically part of the U of R, but I just want to mention it. It's for gender and sexually diverse individuals. And they offer a lot of services as well. And right beside them in a very similar setup is the Women's Center as well. And so they offer programming as well in services that you can go check out. You are accommodated is if you have some sort of challenge you can work with them and they can come up with an alternative plan for you. So if you have some sort of learning adaptation that you need, longer time in tests, it really depends on like what your program looks like. But you can talk to them and then they can talk to the profs about the accommodations. It's one of the nice, trying to even out the power dynamics within that relationship. So you can, there's a whole center set up for them. So if you need that, you can reach out to them and find out how your needs can be met. And lastly, we have a diversity calendar. We try to celebrate all the great things that are happening across the world. It's going to be UN goals or different religious things, and it's incomplete, and you're welcome to add to it. And so please, we send out some of the bigger events that we think are happening in the course of a month. But if we're missing one, let us know, and we'll happily add it. So this is the way we're trying to make sure that everyone feels like they belong here, because we want everyone to belong here. Okay, so that was a long speech about these things, and now we got the last part of this circle, and it's professional development. And just because I like to complicate things, I'm going to put 4 parts underneath the professional development. So you've got a 4-part circle and a 4-part position underneath the circle. So the first is this Integrated Graduate Professional Skills Program, IGPS. And so they have all this professional development underneath there. And the one part, the part is effective communication, which I kind of stumbled there. So like, maybe I should take a few more of these workshops. Our biggest communications event is called the 3-minute thesis. If you're doing some workshops, if you're doing any sort of, research, and you want to share it, regardless of whatever stage you're at, to a general audience, you can. And we've got training for you so that to try to make this easier and to make it more effective things. There's prize money involved. It's part of a Western regional, sometimes a national competition. And so it's a great opportunity to try to translate your research into something that people who are not in your discipline can understand. It's one of the biggest challenges researchers face, and so that's why we're trying to address it. The other cool part about this is if you're not doing research, you can just go to this event and learn about this incredible research from all these people. And it's 3-minute presentation, so it's really short. You can go learn something very interesting and get to see some of the stuff that's happening at the UR. Next part is entrepreneurship and leadership. Our big program here is the Kickstart program, which starts in January. If you have a business idea that's involved in the clean tech sphere, so clean tech can be anything from making something more efficient, reducing waste, a change in behavior or a change in thinking, or something to bring up higher adoption in something. And you don't have to have it all sorted out. You just need an idea, and you can pitch to be a part of this group. We partner with Foresight, which is an accelerator in BC, and they try to build up companies to explode. That's their whole idea. They take your idea, they help you figure out the steps you need to get to, so you can turn your idea into a business. So you should look out for Kickstart programming so that you can take your idea to the next level. We also have wellness, equity, diversity, and inclusion as a part of our IGPS. And so I direct you to the Mental Wellness Hub. This is a website that's got all the mental health resources that you could possibly want. So it directs you to counseling, courses, just online resources. So this is a perfect place to go to when you're looking for these types of things. And lastly, I want to talk about is the GTEC, or the Graduate Enhanced Teaching Certificate. So it's designed for TAs, but it's for anyone who's interested in education. And you can, if you participate in the whole program, you can get a certificate at the end. You don't want to participate in the whole program, you don't have to. You can come to just one lecture, and they have workshops throughout the year, and you can participate in it. I'll step back. For people who want to take the certificate, we run it in September. We run it in September and we run it in January. And it's 6 live sessions and 2 asynchronous sessions where you can do some work, get some feedback, and it's a part of a program. 100% volunteer. You don't have to do this right now, but you might have to later. So watch out, because this might change it where if you're a TA, you might have to do this. stay tuned. I'll let you know when I record my next video. Okay, so beautiful. We've covered our big wheel. We've covered some of the big projects that we have. Next thing we have is the graduate writing tutors services. We have hired graduate students who can help you build up your help you with your writing. This is not an editing service that you don't just give them a paper and they give you back a beautiful paper. It's meant to be peer mentorship. So you can go to the website, you can see the different tutors there, see which one might line up best with faculty, or if it doesn't necessarily matter if you're just looking to improve your writing, they can help you build that up. You bring some writing and they work with you. And it's free and you can book as many sessions as you want. So it's a beautiful program to help get your writing to the confidence level that you're looking for. Scholarships, there's money, you should go after it. Every semester we award different scholarships. And so there's the most in the fall semester, in a little less in winter, and then the least in spring, summer. But they're different each time. So you should check out the different scholarships that exist, because sometimes money goes unawarded if nobody is eligible, because that's the key, eligibility. Make sure that you know your eligibility, because you're automatically eliminated from these. We've on our website, there are these 4 students who can talk to you about their successes with getting scholarships through these different programs. So take a look for it. And if you got any questions, you can email grad.funding and they will happily answer your questions about it. So generally, the competition opens at the start of each semester and then closes at the end of the first month of the semester. And you can log into this GAP portal where you can see all the list of scholarships that exist there, and then see which ones you're eligible for and apply for a bunch of scholarships all at once. Do try to make things a little easier for you. Also mention that we have awards for students. And you're just starting out, so this might not be ready, but you're pretty great. So don't you think you might earn a little bit of recognition a little bit later in your time? So keep an eye out for these excellence awards if you're you can be nominated for or nominate someone else for. Because we want to recognize excellence here as well. Those are a lot of the U of R programs. One program that you get a part of, which is a national program, because being a U of R person, is MyTax. So MyTax offers online and in-person workshops, mostly online right now. We'll see if they ever come back in person. And you can log in, create an account through edge.mytax.ca. And this is a lot of soft skills where they can help you build your program. All their workshops are based on some pre-work beforehand, and then they have a live session where you can meet other graduate students from across Canada and have conversations about communication, interpersonal skills, leadership, entrepreneurship. Like there's so many things that you can look at. So take a look at the workshops. We have them posted on our website, and you can also mention they've got funding too. So they're a whole side of them to help gain funding for graduate students. So this is just a professional development arm that I'm telling you about, but there's a whole other funding section you can check out as well. Do want to mention the library, because they have some beautiful resources for you. First is some software called RefWorks. So if you want to learn about, if you want an easier way to manage your references, this is some software you can look for, and it kind of helps you out to manage them. They also offer workshops, which we will promote to you, but they talk about literature reviews, fake news, research posters. They got a whole pile of workshops that they offer, and they go. And if you're on campus, you can book study space with them. You can do group projects in there, or you can, personally, I like the library is my favorite place to study. So it's got a lot of options for you there. The Students Union. So you have, all of university students are part of the URSU, or University of Regina Student Union. And this is where the biggest things that come up with here is this is who does your health and dental insurance. So you have health and dental insurance if you buy into it. It's done in the fall, and you can opt in the other semesters as well. And if you already have insurance that you work and you don't want to pay an extra, I want to say $200, you can opt out, but you got to do it in the first month of your first semester. So go to their website, find out their opt-out options, and figure out how you can make it happen. Second part is the U-Pass, which is the bus pass here. There's different eligibility for getting out of that or getting into it. but basically you can get a great deal on a bus pass and ride transit for free. They also have lockers, food pantry, if food insecurity is a concern for you. They just put their website at the bottom there so that you can go check them out if you want to. Second level of government that student government that you have is the Graduate Student Association. So this is a great chance to be involved. They do social events, they do advocacy, and so you can check them out here as you can see what they might be up to for this year. Important to talk about IT because this is where you can get your information. 99% of all emails go to your U of R account. And so if you don't want to look at a separate email, you can get them automatically forwarded to your personal account. So you can set up that option there. And you really want to get this information because I'm going to be sending you emails that have great free things that you can participate in. And we want to make sure you know about them. This is also where you go to get your accounts and passwords set up, how you get your Wi-Fi, how to get printing. They also have software available to you for different research applications. So Qualtrics is a beautiful survey tool that you can use. NVivo's qualitative analysis tool. ArcGIS is a mapping software. And SPSS is a statistical analysis tool. So go check them out. They're beautiful. Go get your free resources. Other services we have is counseling. I've mentioned the Mental Wellness Hub, but there's free counseling. And this is available on an ongoing basis, on an emergency basis. They do online, they do phone, they do drop-in. So many different options for you to get some help. Graduate students suffer from higher mental illness than the general population, and so it's important to go there sooner rather than later when you're feeling the stress and anxiety so that you can get some adaptations and learn how to change the path that you're going on, because we don't want you to suffer through here. We want you to be doing your best, and it's important to get the help you need, especially get it early so that you can really help yourself out. We have the Advising Career Center, which is a part of the Experiential Learning Center. There's a fitness center and there's other sports teams that you can check out or join some rec teams as well if you want to get involved that way. Campus security is a great resource. If you call them if you're ever in any trouble, 585-4999. That's 585-4999. 306. Sorry, I should put area code here. I'm just too old because I forget we have two. They can also come if you're working alone in an office or in a lab. They can come check on you. And while the university is not a terribly dangerous place, if you're a little anxious walking to your car, say in the surrounding neighborhood or in one of the parking lots, they'll happily walk you to your car. Especially if it gets dark early and you can get a little nervous in the dark. So take advantage of that. Health, safety, and wellness. This is where you can get all your training for your labs and make sure that you understand the work that you're in. You get to refuse any unsafe work that exists. It's a national law here in Canada, and you have a right to know about the dangers you're working with. So if you are working with some dangerous things, we have people who study volcanoes, so you should know what you should do in an event. So talk to health and safety. They also want to know if something goes wrong or it's close, something didn't go wrong, but it was close, and maybe we should be looked at. You can send them an email and they'll happily talk to you about how you can change your methods so that you can better improve your safety, because we don't want you getting hurt. And I'll mention this, and I don't want to give the wrong impression that that you're going to run into a pile of problems here at the U of R. But if you were to run into any problems, we want to make sure that you are safe and that you have a way for it to be addressed. So as a U of R student or an employee, you have a right to a respectful workplace environment. This is free of harassment and discrimination. And if you are not receiving that, you can go to Respectful Services and you can have a confidential consultation about what are some options that you have. So this is for if this is for a university employee is giving you a problem. This is if other students are giving you a problem as well. So you can talk to there. There's also you can get advice on if you're a victim of sexual violence. You can go talk to someone there, and this does not have to be related to the U of R at all. We just want you to have the opportunity to talk to someone there if that's a need that you have. Okay, that's a lot of services. How am I going to actually find out what's going on? It's hard. There's so many things to learn, and I can't remember. That's fine. I forget things all the time. And so what I want to make sure you know is that we are going to send you an email to your U of R email address, so get it forwarded if you don't use it, with the Grad Digest. This is your source for all of what's happening, what's free, what's coming up, what you should take part of. So the Grad Digest is a beautiful place so you can find out the different events and different funding that's available. We send it out at the start of the month, and we'll usually send a little reminder mid-month about different things that are going on. But count on it, check it out, and look for all the different things that are going on. This is how you stay connected to us, how we communicate with you. You don't want to wait till the start of the month. You want to find out now. We got a whole website with supports and services that are all listed here. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit and make it a little nicer, but right now this is what it looks like. So you can go here and check the different things out that we have available to you. And where can you get this information? Well, you can also just email me. I'm at grad.engagement. My name's Ben, by the way, in case you forget. Or you can follow us on Twitter at FGSR_U of R. And so come follow us. Check out the different resources that we're promoting, because we want to talk to you about that. So that's it. I'm going to stop this presentation. And thanks so much for joining me. And if you have any questions, reach out. Your university bureaucracy is crazy. We understand there's a lot of places to go. Email us and we can point you in a direction. We're happy to help. We want to make sure that you do well. So I hope that goes through everything. And now I'm going to try to stop the Zoom recording so that I don't have to talk forever. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye.